Something about that image hit differently the moment it landed. Ben Shephard, the familiar face we see bright and early on Good Morning Britain, stepping out with his wife Annie in a way we rarely get to witness. Not a quick Instagram story or a fleeting mention, a proper, public appearance together at the Raindance Film Festival in London, arms around each other amid the summer heatwave. You could almost feel the quiet warmth radiating from those pictures. There they were, Ben in his crisp white linen, looking relaxed and cool despite the soaring temperatures, and Annie beside him in a silky green ensemble that caught the light just right. They weren't posing for the cameras in that polished celebrity way. It felt more like two people who've built a life together, simply enjoying a night out, supporting a documentary premiere alongside friends like Kate Garraway and Andrea McLean. In an industry that often pulls families in opposite directions, this moment seemed to quietly say, "We're still here, still choosing each other." Many viewers who follow Ben's journey on GMB and This Morning noticed it immediately. There's something profoundly moving about seeing a presenter who's spent years in the spotlight, bantering with co-hosts, handling live television's unpredictable energy, let us glimpse the steady foundation behind it all. Annie has always preferred the quieter path, focusing on her work as a garden and interior designer, creating beautiful spaces while raising their two sons, Sam and Jack. She's been there since their university days at Birmingham, long before the fame, through the highs and the everyday realities of life in the public eye. It almost seemed as though the timing amplified everything. Just months earlier, Ben had marked their 22nd wedding anniversary with that heartfelt throwback, the one where he recalled Annie's wonderfully understated "Oh go on then" when he finally proposed after 9 years together. "She's still the best thing to ever happen to me," he wrote, with that mix of humor and genuine emotion that feels so authentically him. Fans and colleagues flooded the comments with love, Joel Dommett calling it the best, Cat Deeley affectionately dubbing her the marvelous Mrs. Sheps. Those words lingered, and then came this outing, like a living echo of that sentiment. What struck so many of us watching from home was the body language. That easy cuddle, the way they leaned into one another without needing to perform. In television, we're used to seeing presenters project energy and connection on screen, but this felt like the unscripted version, the one that happens when the microphones are off and the real partnership shines through. It's easy to forget, amid the polished studio sets and tight schedules, that these hosts have full lives running parallel to the ones we tune into. Moments like this humanize them in the most beautiful way. They remind us that behind the charisma and quick wit is someone who goes home to a partner who's known them at their most ordinary and extraordinary. There's a deeper resonance here too, especially for longtime GMB viewers. Ben has always brought a grounded, relatable warmth to the sofa, whether he's chatting with guests or navigating the morning's headlines. Seeing him and Annie together invites us to reflect on our own relationships, the ones that endure university romances, career climbs, parenting teenagers turning into young adults, and the quiet support that makes it all possible. Some audiences began wondering whether glimpses like this are what keep public figures grounded amid the demands of live TV. While nothing has been confirmed beyond the obvious affection, it certainly painted a picture of a couple who've mastered the art of balancing visibility with privacy. The festival setting added its own layer of charm, a celebration of storytelling at a time when Ben himself continues to evolve on screen. It felt cinematic, almost, watching a real-life love story unfold quietly in the background of another premiere. Viewers online interpreted the exchange as a gentle reminder that some of the most compelling narratives aren't scripted, they're lived in the spaces between the spotlight. In the end, perhaps what stayed with so many wasn't just the rare sighting itself, but the emotional truth it carried. In a world that moves so fast, here was proof that steady, Enduring love still exists, patient, supportive, and quietly remarkable. It makes you pause and appreciate the people who anchor us, whether they're on our screens every morning or waiting at home after the cameras stop rolling. What did you make of that moment? Did it make you smile, or spark a memory of your own? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what stood out to you while watching Ben and Annie share that lovely evening. Moments like these are why we keep coming back to these familiar faces. They feel like family, and every now and then, they let us see just how real that feels.